Here are just a few bags that I've made along my sewing journey. Today I'm going to discuss all things bag making. I'll discuss all of the things that you would need to get your bag making journey started, and I'll also share how I was able to get into this category of sewing. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, my name is Michelle. I do all things sewing over here, sewing vlogs, sewing tutorials, everything sewing. So if that's your vibe, go ahead and like this video and subscribe. I will be going over how I was able to find the passion and love for bag making, and what you would need and what direction you should go into when you're planning on getting into bag making. I'm going to go over a brief introduction on how I got my sewing journey started and how I found this love for bag making. I've discussed this in like 1 or 2 videos on my channel. I really got my sewing journey started back in 2017, 2018. I was hand making bath bombs, bath salts, and heating pads. So I needed a sewing machine to make the heat pads. That was very basic sewing, and just 2 straight lines to make the heating pads. But in 2020, that's when I really started to use my sewing machine, and I started making masks during the pandemic. And with me making masks, that led me to learn more sewing skills, more sewing techniques, and start to learn how to make other things other than masks. So when the masks started to die down, I was trying to decide on what else I can start making. So I started exploring bag making. My whole idea was to make very simple and functional bags. 2020, 2021, at that time, I revamped my closet. I started over. I changed my style, and I got rid of all of the big tote bags. Any large bags that I had, I got rid of, and my fashion changed to where I only wanted small bags. So small tote bags, crossbody bags, micro bags. I was just in that era of having small and functional bags. That was the route that I took after I stopped making masks, and I started researching what type of bag I can start off with, what type of bag that I can start sampling and start making, testing out, refining, and making it my own. So since I was already purging out my closet, I had some jeans that I was going to give to the thrift store. So I kept a couple of those jeans, and I used those jeans as my fabric to test out any type of bags that I wanted to try to make. I took those jeans and I started making the knot bag. So there are several patterns on Etsy that you can search. Just search for knot bag pattern, and you'll see hundreds of patterns on there if you want to try to make this bag. But I found a pattern. I just refined that pattern, and I kept messing with it. I kept making samples to where over time it became my own. I perfected enough to where I was able to make it and start selling that bag. It was a unique bag, very functional, very easy, and it was made with thrifted materials. And I think that was my major selling point with it being so successful. I initially chose this bag because, again, it was a small bag, it was a top handle bag, very easy, and I was using thrifted materials. But most of all, it was kind of sort of a simple bag for me to get into. There are no closures included in this bag. I don't need any zippers to make the bag, no snap buttons. It's a very simple long strap, short strap, and you put the long strap into the small strap, and that's how you close the bag. That was one reason why I chose that bag to be the first bag for me to get into, and that was a starting point for me to learn more sewing skills and get more comfortable with using my sewing machine instead of just using it for making masks or heating pads. Once I got really comfortable with making the bag and more sales started to come in, I would make this bag in all type of denim materials. So people wanted like the Levi's patch on it or different brand patches on the bag, using 2 tones of jeans. I would make different variations of this bag, and it was very successful. But once it started to kind of die down and I really wanted to get into other bags to make, I just started researching more and more, seeing what was trending, all the type of bags that I would like and the type of bags that I would enjoy making and sewing. Although I do like small bags, I did want to incorporate some type of tote bag to make, but I didn't want this bag to be a very basic tote bag. I wanted my next bag to have some type of luxe or some type of structure to it to elevate it a little bit. So I drafted out a simple tote bag that had some thickness to it, some structure, and I incorporated real leather straps to the bag to elevate it a little bit more. So that could be one tip for you, is to look at a very simple design like a tote bag and try to elevate it in a way that you would like. Maybe add more compartments in the inside of the bag to make it functional for the person who wants to buy your bag, or find different textures for the exterior of the bag, or look at some different quilting techniques that you can do. There are many different ways that you can design a certain style of a bag, and that's what makes bag making so fun and different and just very unique. Just like there are different seasons in the year, I feel like you can go through different seasons with your sewing. So at one moment I was making the knot bags. The next moment I wanted to do the tote bags. I was building up a lot of scraps from making the knot bags. So I got in this small era of doing patchwork and upcycling all of the scraps that I had and making like a collection of bags. That was a fun moment for me to just be creative and just to freestyle on whatever bags I wanted to make. And I made about a 5 to 6 bag collection. Once I made that collection, all of those bags sold, and then I was able to just move on to something else. So bag making can be a free-flowing type of skill to have, because most of the time you don't really need patterns. You don't really have to follow strict technique like if you were making a blazer or a jacket. You can pretty much freestyle a lot of your bags, but you just have to test out a lot of things and see what works for you and what you like. Now, just recently I decided to up my bag making skills just a little bit. I wanted to make a luxury bag or a luxury dupe. I made a video on making a luxury dupe bag. I'll link that video down below. I wanted to test my skills and challenge myself by making a luxury bag. I feel like all of the bags that I've made in the past was, you know, very simple, very functional, but it still involved some sewing and some creativity. I recently made a YSL dupe. It's a patchwork flat bag. I was so proud of myself for doing that. It took me a long time to make the bag because there was a lot of patchwork that was involved. There was a lot of practicing making 2 templates, and that helped me get the bag to where I wanted it with the final bag. It was a lot of figuring out how much interfacing I needed, the thickness of the interfacing, what type of magnetic snaps to use, what type of rivets to use. It was a lot involved with this bag, but the final product of the bag, I was really proud of myself, and I was happy that I was able to produce this type of bag. Here's the bag here. Very intricate work. It is something that I'm so proud that I was able to do. Just from my first bag being a simple knot bag to something like this that's very intricate and detailed, that just goes to show you that there are different levels to bag making, and you can do whatever you want. You can get in whichever category you want. You can do the most simplest bags, the bags that have functionality, the bags that are trendy, the bags that have intricate details. There's no limit to what you can do when you get into bag making. This was the last bag that I created. I'm now into making clothing pieces, but bag making will always be a skill that I'll keep in my back pocket whenever I want to get into it. Now, you may ask, how do I get into bag making? Where to start? You just have to start anywhere. You have to start somewhere. Sewing is part of the arts, and you have to use your creativity So it's just you finding your niche, whatever you like, whatever you wear on a daily basis, whatever you gravitate towards, start with that first. If you love tote bags, start working on tote bags. If you haven't sewn at all, just try to sew the most basic tote bag. Start with that and then build on top of that. I have a video where I go over 2 ways you can make a tote bag without using zigzag stitch, without needing a serger. That is a good way to hone in on your skills, make the most basic tote bag, and then build on top of that. You can also follow what's trending at the time. Follow all of the top fashion social media accounts so you can see what's trending, what's fresh, what's new, what's coming up for the upcoming seasons. Then that'll give you an idea of what type of style bags that you should be looking out for, which ones you can start practicing on, and which ones that you can make. Just know that bag making is all about making it your own, making it your signature style, making it as unique as you can make it. It's always gonna be the same style bag, like a hobo bag, a flat bag, a crossbody bag, a tote bag. Bag making and purse making is all gonna follow those type of styles, but it's all in the type of design, the textures, the exterior of the bag, how many compartments are in the inside, do you have a buckle, how many zippers, what type of strap do you want to put with it. Is it going to be a leather strap? Is it going to be a strap that's made of webbing? There are so many different ways that you can make a bag, and that's what's so great about bag making. You also have to decide on which level of bag making you want to follow or you want to get into. I feel like my level of bag making is pretty much mid-level. I'm not like at the top tier bag making level, which is using an industrial machine or a leather making machine to make like the real leather goods, the leather bags, leather purses. I'm not on that level yet. And I don't think I want to get to that level, but I do feel like there are different levels to bag making. I feel like I'm in that mid section, that mid level. The easiest level is just like I stated before, is making like simple tote bags or even making cosmetic bags. Those are really easy sews. Those are really easy things to sew, but it's all about making it your own. What type of fabrics, what type of prints, what type of textures. You just have to find your niche and just go with that and just flow with that. I just wanted to make this video to say that bag making is part of sewing. You don't necessarily have to get into making actual clothing items like a jacket or pants. It's good to sew those items, but bag making is part of the sewing community, and it is good techniques to acquire. If you have any questions on this topic of bag making, just put your comments down below, and y'all just let me know if you're into bag making. If you're thinking about getting into it, leave those comments down below as well. That is it for today's video. If you like this video, go ahead and like it, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.